Good afternoon. Dr. Mark, Cedar Springs Chiropractic Ancaster. Back to school week. Pretty exciting. If everyone is like myself, many of you are feeling off routine, off your nutrition, off your exercise, off your sleep routines, and almost maybe in a funk and thinking, how did I get there? That's okay. So today we're going to talk about how to relax and map your way back to better health as we start this new season in our life. So again, moving over to the quote board for our week. We don't decide our future, we decide our habits, and our habits will then decide our future. So again, I'm just going to read a few things. The kids are home for the summer. You stay up later than you normally do because they're up later. You're watching movies maybe. You're sleeping in later. You're missing perhaps your morning time routines, your time with God, your exercise. There's more barbecues. There's more cake. There's more beer. So if this is sounding like you, this is the video that you need to listen to. So number one is relax. If you've gone off your routine, don't worry about it. It's happened. Nothing you can do about it. The question is, what are you going to do tomorrow morning, the next morning? And that's where we have to get into our mapping our way back to better health. So remember that without vision we perish. So the number one thing is to really reconnect to the vision of the exciting things that God has planned for you for your future, your job, your family, whatever that is. And once you have those thoughts in your mind, it starts to get you excited. The next step is let's map our way back to better health with our habits. So the 5 habits I want to talk about, these are your big rocks that need to be put in place. Again, I'm going to do this tomorrow morning, Friday morning, to put this back into my life. Is number 1 is, what is your vision? Number 2, your morning time. For myself, putting my mind in the right place, renewing my mind, spending time with God, scripture, quiet time is the most important part of my day. That's number 2. Number 3, what's your sleep routine? Number 4, when are you exercising? And 5, what are you eating? So when are your meal times and what are you eating at your meal time? So let's talk about those 5 things. We have to map those into our weekly routine to make them happen, or else if we fail to plan, then we're going to plan to fail because they're not going to happen. So that's where, come on over here, we use our mapping tool, which we call the weekly multiplier. Now, can you see that from over there? Just come on over. So let's take a typical day and let's talk about myself. So let's say on Monday, I'm going to get up at 4:30. The next thing we want to talk about is mapping out our morning time. So again, I like to use colors. So this is going to be this half hour right in here from 4:45 until 5:15 is my time with God. That could be different for you, could be different for everybody, but that's my quiet time in Scripture. What am I going to do at that point is I'm going to put on my running shoes, and from 5:30 until 6 o'clock, I'm going to go for a 5-kilometer run. So what have I done? I've mapped out when I'm getting up, my morning time, my run time. Now, is that going to be different Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Absolutely. So again, it has to change according to your schedule. Now, what's the next thing? Well, I go to work in the morning, and so my meal number 1 is going to happen around 8:30 to 9, and for me that's going to be my smoothie. We need to know when we're eating because, again, one of the biggest things with nutrition is there's too much insulin, we're eating too many carbs, and we want to decrease our number of meals we're having and our eating window. So planning out when you're eating is a big step there. And lastly, it's your sleep routine. So again, for myself, I would like to start getting ready for bed around 9:30, and lights out at 9:45. We need to map that into our life. We all set alarms on what time we want to wake up in the morning. I heard a great tip: set an alarm for when you want to go to bed at night. So it'll beep at 9:30, at 10, at 10:30. And just as important as your morning time alarm, your going to bed alarm is going to signal you to start getting ready for your bedtime. So again, if you've been off your routine, relax and just map your way back to better health. Take an hour or two over the weekend and just map out where you're going to put those important parts of your life. Have a great day.